An Albuquerque cop accused of killing his wife nearly 6 years ago has finally started.
The process of selecting a jury began this afternoon. But before it did, the judge made more rulings on what jurors will and will not be allowed to hear. News 13's Amanda Goodman has that from the Newsplex.
Jess, Dick, Levi Chavez's affairs are in. So is a lot of his behavior after his wife Tara's death. But the judge has yet to rule on one crucial element in the state's case.
Right up until jury selection began, attorneys continued to argue over what should and should not be allowed at the murder trial of Albuquerque cop Levi Chavez.
Judge, we're just asking that all evidence of sexual conduct be kept out.
I think some of them do matter, that there was a sexual affair.
Prosecutors say Chavez shot his wife Tara with his APD-issued gun in 2007 in their Los Lunas home, then staged it to look like a suicide because she was about to report him for insurance fraud for allegedly staging the theft of his truck. Tara's family and friends reiterated today it was no secret the two were not getting along.
She would just mention that they were having marital problems.
Problems that included extramarital affairs. The state wants jurors to hear about Levi's affairs and his conduct after Tara's death.
I'll allow relationship with other women after death. I'll allow testimony pertaining to Heather Chavez after the death. I'll allow the purchase of the vehicle.
But the judge does not want jurors to know Chavez reversed his vasectomy shortly after Tara's death, saying it's too prejudicial. Perhaps the biggest decision about what jurors will or will not hear has yet to be made. Statements Tara reportedly made to friends and family before her death.
Then Tara just said, if anything ever happens to me, Levi did it.
Judge Eichwald was set to rule on that this morning, but Chavez's attorney introduced a number of depositions, preventing him from doing that.
With respect to the hearsay testimony, I'll make that decision over the evening after I read all these depositions.
The judge will make his decision on that motion first thing tomorrow morning. Back to you.
Okay, Amanda, despite that unresolved issue, jury selection, as we mentioned, did begin today. But because this case is so high profile, it's being handled differently. More than 200 potential jurors were summoned, but rather than reporting to the courthouse, they reported here to Cleveland High School in Rio Rancho. Judge Eichwald said he was going to do some initial screening today to see first of all who will be available for the 5 weeks the trial is expected to last. He also wants to find out what kind of media exposure they've had regarding this case. Jury selection will continue tomorrow after he rules on the last motion.